Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So my name's Jabeen. I'm a channel of Archangel Raphael, and today Raphael's going to come through me and speak to all of you about, whatever your concerns are, do healing and clearing, and talk about the week ahead as well and the energies at the moment. So I'm just going to let him come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that I am speaking on behalf of many beings of light, and when I speak, I am clarifying many things to you that you may know inside, but you may be a bit unsure about. I want you to know that as Raphael, I am not necessarily one angel, but I am made up of many, many parts which are with many people at the same time. But what I am is complete in that every part of me is in touch with the other parts. So I am one. I am one being, but I am very multifaceted. I have many parts to me, and I want you to know this so you can more fully understand what is going on during this live stream. So, one part is speaking through this channel, and then other parts of me are with each one of you, and we are all connected to each other. I would like you to know that all of the archangels are like this, made up of many parts, but they are all one with each other. So a fragment can be with one person and a fragment with another, but they are all connecting up with each other. So the fragment that is here, that is me speaking through this channel, is connecting to all the fragments of me which are around you. And in this way, I have all the information I need. I want you to know that archangels are very much about helping people in very grounded ways. So there are many angels around, much higher ones, in fact, but the most grounded ones are the most helpful on earth in terms of helping people with their everyday lives and problems. And the much higher ones are very good for conveying knowledge, a lot of knowledge, but this knowledge is not always able to be fully grounded at the time of receiving it. It is more that it can be used, kept, stored for later use, and it is something that needs to be worked with rather than rather than used in the moment, because the knowledge that comes through these beings is very high knowledge. It takes a while to integrate, to process, to fully understand. What I'm really trying to say is that when I'm speaking to you, what I am actually doing is attuning to each one of you and giving you what you need in this moment. And what I share is knowledge that can be grounded immediately. It is not so high that you have to really go and think about it in great depth, because a lot of it is familiar to you, known to you inwardly already, or it is not so far away from what you already know. It is simply a step up and something you can attune to and integrate quite readily. What I'm really trying to say is that I'm one of the grounded angels. I work very much in harmony with you. I am very in touch with all of you, and I like to get to know the minute details about your lives. I am interested in this. I am not so far away from the earth that I am not aware of the smaller things that go on in your life. And because of this, I do get very involved and I help you in many different ways, even when it comes to the much smaller things in your life. The reason I'm saying all this is because I want you to know that when you are speaking to me inwardly, I am really taking note of everything you tell me and working behind the scenes to help you in a multitude of ways. Sometimes when I am with you, I am giving you rather earthly information, telling you quite practical things. And I want you to know that when I am with you, I am also elevating you to higher realms, attuning you more deeply to the oneness within you. So I am doing both at the same time. I want all of you to know that your problems in this lifetime are only partly self created. So the problems that you face are partly created by you, even by things that you have said inwardly, such as taking responsibility for other people's problems. So getting involved with people who have certain problems and then actually choosing to take them on, to take their burdens away and take them on. Sometimes your part is simply in doing this. And as a result, you get burdened with so many things, and there is so much blame that comes your way from the people you have taken burdens from. But sometimes it is the other way round, where you are doing this to other people, making them responsible for your problems. And what I will say is that there is always going to be something that you have done to create your problems. But for some people, it is only a very small thing. And then the rest is that you are then taking bigger things on as a result of the small decisions you have made. What I'm really trying to say is remember to be aware of what your part is in the equation. Stay focused on this because this is the place where you have power, but everything else you are not in control of. So you are not in control of what people think of you, what they say behind your back, what they may be doing or not doing. You are not in control of these things, but you are in control of what you have done, the small part or big part even that you have played in creating a situation. So it can even be that you let the wrong person in through your front door. It could even be something as minor as simply being willing to share your services with someone who has no gratitude, who has a tendency to not go within and to then blame others for their problems. It can be something very minor. It can be something small that has created much bigger things. But what I am trying to say is take responsibility for your part and don't worry about other people's parts. And certainly take responsibility and go inwards and make adjustments. But you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to even declare what you have done wrong to others. Because some people will take what you have done wrong and then use it as an excuse for all their wrongdoings. So anything minor you have done, some people will take that and then make it all your fault. So you don't even have to declare this to others, but go within and make adjustments within yourself, and all will be well. And this is your path to freedom. I want you to all know that this is a time where freedom is possible for all of you. Freedom from all sorts of things, freedom from ill health, freedom from problems you have carried for many lifetimes, freedom from certain people who have tormented you perhaps for a long time, freedom from whatever problem you have faced for a long time. But this freedom is found by going within and finding your part in the equation and clearing it. I am also speaking about freedom because freedom is not the same as being in a position where everything is possible for you in that moment. Freedom is about being free from the inside, and then this freedom on the inside will then be expressed on the outside. Freedom is about something you do find within, and this inner freedom then creates outer circumstances of freedom in time. But it does take a bit of time. So it is important to go within first and find it from the inside. I also would like you to know that when you are very sure of who you are inside, you have this reflected back to you on the outside, this certainty. But when you have problems in your sense of self, lot of self-doubt and problems, this is reflected back to you, and you can attract people who are very very much in their own energy, who do not attune to you and what is going on for you, and give their opinions and make you feel rather small. And what I will say about this sort of energy is that it feels very much like you are being shut down from being able to be in your own power and truth. What I will say to those of you who feel like this is remember to keep strengthening your sense of self. Develop more inner certainty, but not by force, but by attuning to your own grounded reality and staying centered in this, allowing others to have their opinion, but not letting it affect what you feel to be true inside. What I will say about a strong sense of self is that it is a prerequisite for then being able to be in the world, interacting with many different sorts of people. It is an absolute prerequisite. I also would like you to know that as a result, you will be able to share what you know with many people. And as a result, the parts of what you know, which are very much in the light and true for many others as well, will go far, will reach many people. The truth of what you share will be heard by many when you have a strong sense of self. I would like you to know that there is such a thing as being able to develop this by going within, setting your intention, and working on grounding yourself more fully in your body. I also would like you to know that people who have this well developed are finding that they are able to have a greater impact on life generally. And those who are feeling like they are able to really do a lot to be of service in the world. I would like you to know that all of you here could do with a boost in this area. And what I would like to do in this live stream is strengthen you here, help you to be more grounded in your bodies, but also strengthen your ability to really feel what is going on inside and what is true for you. I want you to know that this is going to make a big difference in your lives to strengthen who you are from the inside. So I will do this now, give you a boost in this area. I would like you to know that when I work on you, I am always doing it in a way which is right for you, attuning to your energy and seeing what is right for you. But because of this, sometimes you may have a feeling inside that there are certain needs which are already met because I am meeting them for you. What I'm really trying to say is that there is a lot I do behind the scenes. So as a result, there are certain needs you don't even notice you have. Because as soon as there is that need, I come in and cater for it, but in a good way. What I'm really trying to say is there is a lot I do for you behind the scenes that you don't notice. I want you to know that there is a lot more I can do as well. The more that you ask for help, the more I will come in and help. But I will not impose myself on you unless you would like me to be there. I want you to know that the higher angels, the angels who are on higher realms to me, are very aware that there is a lot of chaos on earth. But what they are doing from where they are is creating ways that people are able to raise themselves to a higher level. So they are working with the people they can work with in order to bring down tools, resources that can lift people to higher realms. What I am trying to say is that there will be many more tools available in the world shortly because many higher beings who are on extremely high dimensions are giving various people tools and resources to help people elevate themselves. I want you to know that there is going to be a tremendous surge in healing resources and tools in the world shortly that can help all of you. And these are coming from very high realms. Some of you here may even be the ones who channel these down to earth. And I want you to know that really there is a lot that can happen in the world at the moment in terms of healing and wellness and health. I want to share with you a bit more information about this. I want you to know that healing for a long time has had a certain cap on it, and that is because the frequencies of the earth only allowed in certain levels of healing. It is because the people generally were not ready for more, and the energy here did not support it. So anything that was really very much on the fringes of what people can cope with was kept there on the fringes, only known about by certain people. But now there is no longer a cap. So things which have been on the fringes of life are coming into the mainstream. And then even higher beings are able to come into action and then channel even higher tools so that these can eventually be part of the mainstream. But for a while, these higher tools will be on the fringes of life. So the fringe will then be made up of very, very, very high information, energy, and light, literally from much higher realms than even I, Raphael, am from dimensions that are actually far beyond the earth plane, normally only accessed by certain people at certain times because the frequencies are so high. What I will say is be open to these higher tools. Be the ones who are able to bring these into the world. Learn from people who have channeled these in. Or perhaps you will be the channels yourself. But be open to these things because they will really help you in your development. Some of these things are things that you may have heard of and known about, but have not explored in great depth, that will be brought into the world in much greater depth. But some of these things will be completely new, out of this world. Because of these things, certain illnesses will be able to be wiped out. Tumours, cancers, all these things will be a thing of the past, not now, but later on, because so many tools will come in, new methods, ways of dealing with things that were not here before. And those of you who have lost loved ones to these diseases, cancers, tumours, all kinds of things, will really feel that there is a lot that you will, that there is a lot available. And as a result, you will see the past as something that was a long time ago, almost like another age, another time, and realize that all these things can be sorted out. What I'm really trying to say is that you really are in a new age, and the new age will be so new that when you look back, it will feel like you were living in the dark ages before. I want you to be open to all these new things, to know that you are the people who will bring this more into the world, however you do it, either by directly receiving these new tools or by learning from others and then bringing them into the world. But you are all pioneers of the new age. You are all here to bring new things in, to lift the consciousness even higher, to bring answers, solutions for long-standing problems, to make life a brighter and clearer place, to bring clarity and healing. And for those of you who feel like you are a bit dismissed at the moment, that will change. But keep working on your feelings from the inside of being left out, feeling on the fringe of life. Keep going inwards and clearing this from your system so that you are able to transmit things to others more easily. I also would like all of you to know that there is no such thing as really needing to do anything unless you want to, unless you feel inspired to do it. There is no force, but there is such a thing as following your intuition, following your purpose and passion. And this is ultimately what life is about. But it is also what will bring you the maximum happiness and joy, good feeling from the inside. So follow your good feelings, follow what brings you joy, because this will be guiding you towards your purpose. I finally would like you to know that there are no such thing, there is no such thing anymore as needing to keep yourselves shut away from life. But there is such a thing as needing time and space for yourself at times. And when you need this, give yourself it. I would like to convey some messages for the week ahead. The week ahead is going to be quite extraordinary in its ability to provide for your needs, but it will also be a type of week where you need to be careful about how much energy you are giving out. To check yourselves at times, make sure that you are giving yourselves enough time to recharge. But it will be a good week for having your needs met, doing things in the world, getting jobs done that have needed doing for a while, and even perhaps starting something new, a new activity or new project. My final message is that when you are with us, you will always notice you feel elevated in some way, and as a result, it will help you to have more clarity. And what I would like you to know is that sometimes when you have clarity, it is all you need to actually go forth and make things happen in the world. I am seeing for some of you, it is a lack of clarity that stops you from doing things at times. I see energetically you are ready for various things. But the lack of clarity can put you in a slight haze at times. So sometimes all that is needed is to step into greater light, to receive more clarity, and then you will feel sure of what you are going to do next. The reason I'm saying this it's because some of you have a bit of an issue with clarity. You can get easily confused or a bit distracted by the energies around you. But once you step into greater light, all this is quickly washed away and you feel clear and able to go forwards. A lack of clarity can be as a result of a weakened sense of self, a sense of self that has been weakened by life experiences, by people who have perhaps dominated you or told you you are wrong when you are not. And so, for those of you who have this, it can be good to step in to the light with us so that we can lift you up and help you to see more clearly. I hope this makes sense. What I am really trying to say is I am helping you to compensate for wounding you may have around clarity, a diminished sense of self, a diminished sense of what is right for you because of experiences you have had. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that I will stay with you and I will keep giving you clarity, healing, and more light. That is all. Yeah, so thank you for listening, everyone. And yeah, wishing you a lovely week ahead. And and yeah, and just to mention, but I know that most of you know that if anyone did want like a 5 or 10 or even 20-minute message, you can always contact me via the website, and and that's just an audio, and that I'll then email to you. And equally, there's a one-to-one sessions and groups as well, and the groups have lots of clearings in them for whatever people need at the time. Um, yeah. Anyway, wishing you a lovely week ahead and lots of love to you.